Welcome back, LG fans. We have some rebalance and patch notes. Anyways, I really like when games update their characters, so I'm probably gonna try to cover these as soon as I can. But and sometimes I can't, but whatever. But we have some new changes. So we'll just start with fit new mechanic barrier. Okay, hold up. We have a new mechanic. Okay, what? New mechanic, barrier, absorbs all damage from abilities, including effects that reduce health and health siphon. Fuck. Okay, this is probably like Black Shield or some kind of like Magic Shield in other card games. Has durability, which decreases by the amount of damage absorbed. The barrier does not protect against attacks and does not block abilities that set the target's health probably to like a lower value, like Lola, for example, right? That's what I'm thinking. So, yeah, okay, so it's just basically like I think it barrier has to be like a. Hopefully, they're gonna bring down shield to being like physical attack and barrier, hopefully to magical abilities, because I fucking hate shields. Shields do way too much and they need to relax. So Faya, we're here. She's got buffs. Her attack is increased by 25% on what is it? R4, R plus 4. So she's gonna get a little increase in damage, I guess. I've never really cared about Faya, but now I do. Now I kinda do a lot. Second ability damage buff is increased by 25% on R4 resets. Grants attack to all fighter allies. I believe fighter allies have to be melee. I really wish they called them melee over like, ranged or something. So they just call it melee, ranged, and then just it clears up everything. Fighter could be, they're all fucking fighters, right? They're all fighting. So it's like, stop. Anyway, that's just my own personal nitpick. Third ability, infection is increased by. I really didn't realize. I really didn't know that on spawn she inflicts in this whole time. Either she has or I just never paid attention to it. I never paid attention to the fact that she has some kind of poison or excuse me, infection. So I'm not the greatest. I'm human. I make mistakes and I'm flawed. And holy crap, she has infection, which is great because if you like infection, she's gonna help with that. Plus, she's gonna give you guys your characters double attack in this. She's gonna give them some buffs, at least the front row characters, which is nice. Outfit ability damage for Rose increases by 50%, but since I don't have her skin, I guess I don't really have too much input. I know that she has a really good effect where, like, when she comes in, I believe you end up having to, if you don't have immunity, you ended up attacking and hitting yourself for the damage you do, which is really good. And you can't even cleanse it, so that's even better. Bea, I used to love Bea, and hopefully Bea actually gets something here because she is getting a buff. Her health is increased by 30% on R4 reboots, which is fine. She really never really needed more health. She has plenty of health, unless they're trying to make it so that she can like survive a freaking 16 onslaught. Second ability damage is increased by 50% on +3 reboots. The second ability. What's your second ability? Sorry, I I forgot that she was did I have her skin anyway. I have to do some editing on infection, enemy, death, except for whatever deals. So her second ability gets a 50% increase on +3 reboots. So she's gonna be hitting you when she kills stuff. Victoria is one of my favorite characters. She's actually my highest character at almost R7. So I mean, I need 4 more levels. It's taking forever, but whatever. This is saying the first ability now always deploys force stims on any level, which is really good because when you reboot her, you have to like bring it up and all that shit. And it's like people are constantly putting crap on your side of the field, so it's really good to play her if you like to have your own personal buffs on your side of the field immediately. Outfit ability damage is increased by 25%, which she actually is really bad against Marcella, but Marcella's not meta right now, so it's not that bad. Now deals damage equal to percent of own health. Okay. So on spawn and attack, deploy blah blah blah. Ally appears including self, gains 25% resistance for 1 turn. Ally attack including self deals 30% of their own health to a random ally. Oh, so it's not the attack, it's health now. Has it always been health? I thought it was attack. I could have sworn it was attack. Now it's health. So characters that get beefy could actually do a shitload of damage. How much is it again? 30%? So if I have like 2,000 or 1,000, it's like 300 damage that I'm doing. So it's actually probably better. It's actually a lot better. Arachne. So her first attack is increased by 25%. Her first attack. Oh, attack is increased. Her just a regular attack. So up here. And then first ability, infection, is increased by 50%. So she has more infection, which is fine. I like Arachne, but I also don't like Arachne because it's like, okay, you know, she infects only a line in front. So I would love for her to infect everything, and then I'd fall in love with her easily. But whatever. And then she's really good into a domino deck. She's obviously really, really good. Lorraine, I was reading on Lorraine, and I was like, no fucking way. Lorraine is lit. So her third ability, Health Siphon, is decreased by 35% because she can trigger the condition reworked from enemy suppression triggered to any mercenary suppressed. So she can fit into any deck that suppresses, because I can suppress you and you can suppress me and she'll still hit the siphon. That is fucking awesome. That is so good. Aurelia, first turn ability damage is increased by 25%. So now she's doing 700 on level 121. Kinda nuts. Varana. I forget what Varana does because I haven't played her in forever. Bio-regenerators. Are those like her things? Deploys to the central row 2 bio-regenerators at 1100 HP, which heal the commander for 938 and increase allies' health, except modules and Fremen for each stunned enemy. Stuns all enemy mercenaries for 2 turns and gains the ability end of turn deals 155 enemy commander for each whatever. I don't really care about that. They have barriers now. So I don't know why that matters, because usually so Bioengineer's heal was increased by 50%, which is fine. The heal is fine, whatever. Because you would play the character that like drills them and then kills them. She sets them to like 1 and then she attacks them by doing Health Siphon and just gets rid of them. But now they have now they have barrier. Okay. So they can take a hit. They can take a spell. I wonder if that means that they block Health Siphon. So if we come up here, absorbs all damage from abilities, including effects that reduce health and Health Siphon. So now it's almost like they have like a pseudo immunity. So Varana, is actually going to be very, very strong again. 6th turn ability damage is increased by 25%. So gain the ability end of turn deals 155 damage to the enemy commander for each mercenary. Actually, that's actually really good, because if you can keep your characters alive, she can now start doing just a shitload of damage at the end of the turn. That's actually pretty good. Annabella got an interesting buff too. I would say she's got a buff. Yeah, it says buff. Yeah. So her passive ability damage is increased by 50%. Passive ability. Oh, that's when she gets stunned. When she stuns people, right? So passive suppression or stun deals 450 to the affected enemy. That's really good. So you can just keep stunning forever and then just like fucking do 450 damage. Is really, 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 really good. This is the one that I like a lot. So on the first turn, ability was changed. Now clears enemies' field from both positive and negative stims beforehand. Oh, that sucks. She actually removes negative stims too. She's like, I want only the stuff that I want on your side of the field, and I'm gonna make sure everything gets clear. So she gets rid of uh, Brittany's like little things or whatever. She puts those little traps. If she's playing Scarlet for whatever reason, uh, if she puts a trap, she removes that. The little damage reduction, whatever, attack damage negative buffs that you get from one of your little androids, that's gone. That's what it seems like from what I'm reading. So that's actually very interesting. Hunter dogs. Hunter dogs. First ability, Commander Infection, is increased by 25%. So passive start of the turn deploys Chaser dogs for whatever their damage is. It has multiple attack, applies Commander Infection on spawn, and lowers attack of enemies with buffed attack whenever any enemy is attacked. Last 6 turns. What? Oh, the first ability is right here. Gain, right? This is the first ability because this is a passive. Gains the ability for 3 turns. Enemy appears, applies Infection 600. For 3 turns, they get... That's actually really good. Infection, I like Infection, so that's really good. Elaine, 5th turn ability. Health Siphon was decreased by 10%. So, what is this ability again? Her 5th ability? She's got 5 abilities? What? Maybe they mean turn 5. Yeah, 5th turn ability. Maybe I just need to learn how to read. I use this health siphon to steal 179 from the enemy commander for each empty allied cell. I really don't think she's that great. She's good, but I really don't think she's like, oh, we need to nerf her 10% damage. If anything, we need to do something about like Ophidia and even what's her name? Desiree. Like, there's characters that make Desiree really, really like hard to end the fight. So I'll have like a unit that'll like slow her down so that I can survive. But what ends up happening is like the damage reduction. They need to do something about that. They need to do something about damage reduction. Like, I hate the fact that I can't attack because every time I attack, my units lose 300 attack per attack or 100 attack per attack, and it's like, dude, what the hell? Then the game starts to stall, and then the game doesn't even finish by... I'm like playing 40 freaking rounds, and it's like, dude, can we just end the game? I can't do damage, and so I wouldn't mind if they figured that out, because I need the game to end by, like, theoretically, I wouldn't mind if every match ended at 7 turns. That would be nice, because I really don't like that sometimes the game... I play on auto, and it's like sometimes the game just ends in like round 45 or 90 rounds later, and I pay attention. I look down and I'm like, holy shit. Like, if you're at work and you look down, you're like, what? Why is the game still fighting? Whatever. Ophidia, what did you get? She got a nerf first. So first turn ability, Fountain's health was decreased by 15%, which is really good, but that they were at 800, right? So now they come in with how much? 680. The number of summoned fountains was decreased to 3. Okay. Well, that's actually kind of cool because it gives you at least a backline unit that you can put somewhere. So now you can put somebody in the backline also. So that's actually kind of cool. 6th turn ability was changed. Now becomes available 1 turn later, 7th turn, and does damage instead of reducing health. Deals 252 damage to enemy commander, increases each time, So, was decreased health before stronger than doing damage? I thought they were both the same. Like, if I get it to 7,000, even if you have like 15% reduction, it doesn't matter. I'm still gonna kill you. So it doesn't... Whatever. I don't know. The wording it's kind of shaky and it's kind of weird. So I said before when I was talking about Irma that enemy takes purge damage from an ability, applies poison. I thought it said enemy takes damage from an ability, applies poison. I misread that. So Irma actually... So whenever she does her purge damage, she'll actually reapply a certain amount of poison, which then is really, really good. So on spawn and before attack, I haven't seen her yet, but I can't wait. On spawn and before attack, applies burst poison. So once it applies this to the enemies except the ranged ones, they take more poison. It sounds like self sufficient. Enemy attacks poison damage, deals 200% pure damage of that poison damage to them, which sounds freaking insane. Sounds insane. Sounds insane. I cannot wait. So when she's available, yeah, I'm gonna be really excited for her. Here, what's her face? Alicia. So that's good that we get Alicia. Alicia's actually getting nerfed every time they change. Every time they change the abilities for characters to have like barrier now and whatever. So that's interesting. And then I finally get more Lucretia, so that's gonna be interesting. More Lucretia pieces so that we can get her stronger and move her up. So that's good for me. So I'm excited. I don't like this. She looks. I don't know. I don't like the way they drew her here. I do like this one better. Here she looks really, really nice, and here she looks like. She looks like she's not the same character. I don't know. She looks like she's totally different. She looks like she's like 30 years older and retired and like bleh. And here she looks like, youthful and slimmer and whatever. I'm not body shaming. It's just that's what she looks like. She looks totally I don't like this one at all. Anyway, that's my opinion. I'll see you guys on the next one. Hope you guys enjoyed. Peace.